Yeah. Man, man. We are back, fellas. We are back. Good afternoon. It's another great day to be a Panther, man. It's your favorite co-host, 12th fan cult leader, vice president to be exact, Kayla Lewis. We're back. We're in effect. I survived my homecoming, y'all. It was a great battle. Zay, how we feeling today?
A long week thus far, but the weekend can't get here fast enough. You know, I'm still feeling the effects of two homecomings back to back, but I'm good. I'm here, so glad to be here. Another exciting week ahead. Go Panthers.
Daenerys, how we feeling, man?
I'm feeling great, man.
I see we got the
Can't
fresh
wait to,
chop, man.
yeah, Saturday. Can't wait to get here.
Oh yeah. You act like you got two homecomings with the fresh chop, man.
Oh yeah, I had to get this Saturday, man. For this Saturday for sure.
Man, I'm telling y'all that wind and rain, it did a number on me, man. Wore me out. But I was surprised that homecoming did end up going crazy like it did. It's like all of a sudden I blinked my eyes and it was like 8, 9 o'clock. Everybody in Houston was on PV's campus, man. It was a crazy sight to see.
Oh, it was some people from Sam that was up there too.
Everybody, you name it, UTSA.
Yeah, man.
I seen some Howard. I seen a lot over there.
Hey man, what's new? What's new?
What's new for the greatest homecoming ever created?
In the rain. In the rain. So, we set our homecoming out, even though the parade was canceled and we had to kind of do some flexible things. But overall, great homecoming. Got a dub, which we'll talk about. And we didn't do too bad in the stands. Could be better. But over 11,000 people came to see those Panthers inside the stadium.
It's gonna be even more this Saturday.
Definitely shout out to PV Nation for stepping up and answering coach's call. We have so much more we can do. There's still a little over 4,000 seats remaining that we need people in as well. And so what a wonderful week to prove that we can do that. We are supportive. We step up for our program than to do it this week.
Definitely. Definitely. And to get into one of the topics, man, one of our recaps. I'm going to start it off with a bang.
Boom.
Grambling in Las Vegas, Nevada, Sin City. Humbles Jackson. We had a final score of 26-24. I was able to get home after our thrashing of Lincoln to come back and watch this game. T-Set, I'm talking about, he had a valiant effort, 232 yards, 2 touchdowns. I wish I would have put his rushing yards on there because he did so much with his legs. It was crazy. Knighton had 96 yards and a touchdown. Rembrandt with 126 yards and a touchdown. JSU leads the series 47-24, but Grambling has been getting the better of them the last 2 to 3 matchups, if I'm correct, man. If any of you guys got the chance to see the game, how are you feeling, and what was your reaction to the game?
I was shocked, bro. I was shocked, man. I'm like, no freaking way. I'm like, wow. Just lost words. Like, I already knew. I wouldn't be surprised if Grambling upset them boys, but, on the pickles, we picked Jackson State. But I wasn't tripping. So, they help us in the long run. Now we getting the front runners to host it in Waller County, you feel me? So that's how I'm feeling.
I was shocked, but not for the same reasons. I was more so shocked, not because Grambling won the game.
Yeah.
I was shocked because of what the implications meant for Prairie View and what my coach said in January. Right? Our goal is to win the SWAC West, to host the SWAC championship. And we can stop right there, right? With Jackson losing that game in Vegas, that made my coach's statements valid, very valid, almost concrete. As a matter of fact, in most of the scenarios, as long as we do what we need to do, that's the easiest path to us hosting, which we'll get into. But even with us dropping a game, there's still a chance we can end up back in. So, the ball's in our court, and that's where exactly we wanted it to be. And so that's why I was shocked looking at the scenarios. I said, man, this really works out in our favor if we do what we're supposed to do. So, but all in all, it just goes, my final point is it just goes to show the game of football is still 4 quarters. It's not 2 quarters. It's not before the game is played. It's not in January when people start talking noise. It's when the game is played for 60 minutes, right? And you have to play the entire game. And, momentum can shift in either way. And I think with T-Sec getting injured and prayers up for him. And, I'm glad to hear that he is moving and he is, he's responsive. The prayers up for him that this is not career ending and that he can come back from this. I knew at that moment Grambling was going to win the game. I didn't need to see the rest of it to know. I didn't know how, but I knew they were going to win because those guys are going to play better than what the team may actually be for their teammate. And that's just something that's hard to stop when it gets on like that. So what's going on, Peasy?
Man, I definitely have a much harsher opinion personally. I'm disappointed. I'm very, very disappointed, especially for a team that is supposed to have the #1 scoring defense, the number 3 or 4 offense in the SWAC, supposedly. We play in the league where it's next man up. I've been hearing a lot of excuses about the freshman quarterback. I've been hearing excuses about the other gentleman that played that they ended up subbing out. And I just don't understand the excuses. This powerhouse Jackson State Tigers should have been easily able to put away this weak West football team in Grambling. Honestly, what I was able to see was Jackson is very beatable, and they're not as good as what everybody thought they were.
Yeah.
Their defense is horrible. Facts. They cannot contain the quarterback.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
They cannot tackle, and they have no DBs to guard anybody. If they would have played in the West, they would have had 3 losses already. I hate to say it. And, yeah, I'm saying PV going to beat them. Y'all, I've been saying that all year. I don't understand how you go to a game with Vegas. You have everything written. You have the red carpet rolled out for you. You don't even have tough games the rest of the year. You already played your tough game. Mr. Will Wallace. Y'all let a backup quarterback come and whip y'all. A true freshman come out there, complete 2 passes, roll out the pocket, just like T-Sec was doing, and beat y'all in Vegas.
Yeah, one thing I got to say, Will, you said we don't play nobody. We didn't play nobody all year, but hey, y'all lost to somebody we played.
Dominated.
And we they only scored 13.
Don't talk about Bama State. We're gonna get to them later.
Yeah, they only scored 13 against us. They scored 26. So what's on, bro?
I want Will Wallace to talk to me about why y'all got on Twitter and did that to y'all coach after y'all DBs gave up every pass completion that they possibly could have.
Send him the screen y'all lead at this point, bro.
T said looked like he was Andrew Body versus y'all. and y'all exposed to me that if Quincy Ivory don't win the game for y'all, it's over with. Now, yeah, exactly. And y'all blew it. That's what I'm saying. Y'all smoked it. I don't know what to tell you. We don't lose to Grambling, so I can't understand how that happened to y'all. Y'all defense is not where it's supposed to be. The offense isn't where it's supposed to be. I really don't even know if you guys are going to win another game this year. Well, y'all probably going to beat FAMU. I ain't going to y'all going to beat FAMU.
I picked Jackson State over FAMU anyway, so.
But that Bethune-Cookman game is real questionable.
Yeah, that one for sure.
And I'm so glad that you guys opened up the door for the East, because now people have hope and now it's extremely interesting on y'all side again. But shout out to Grambling for giving us the playbook. Shout out to giving us a great classic for really both teams. Honestly, it was really good
it was a
football
good game
that was
for sure.
played.
It was a good game for sure,
and it was a good game. But man, the SWAC is heating up. Let me tell you, the SWAC is heating up. And now, I don't know how Grambling continues though, because I don't think T-Sep will come back and play this year either. That's the only thing.
Like you said, next man up. They got to get that man get the secondary ready.
I'm sorry, y'all had to eat some popcorn. Y'all started talking about Jackson, man. I ain't got nothing to say. Day and time come, and we get an opportunity to play. It'll just be what it is. You know, this is my only thing. You know, Jackson talks so much, you would think they invented the SWAC. You know, so
they be
y'all got it. Like Elvin said, I little old PV. We just in the corner doing our thing. You know, we just trying to piece it all together and you know, put a product on the field. So, you know, believe what you want to believe. You know, we're not that good. Our defense ain't this and it ain't that. And we ain't played nobody.
At the end of the day, they watching box scores, brother.
At the end of the day, we're fine with that. So, you know, like I said, it's you know, and speaking on the game again, excuse me. I think, you know, it does show that Jackson is beatable. And you know, if you're FAMU and Bethune, you got your shot. You know, you really have a shot to really silence the haters and kind of put them out of it, and you know, control the table. So, you know, I mean, it you know, I think that it will be very interesting in the coming weeks how this all plays out. What I know is, what I'm confident in saying is, more than likely, you know, my Panthers will be somewhere in a championship.
Real stepper.
With a first year D2 head coach with 73 new players, 34 holdovers from the previous and a dogmatic mentality with discipline, obedience, and grit. Don't forget the grit. And
so we talking about, man, they got 70 plus new players. They can't do nothing with that. 70 plus quality players. Think about it.
The West is up, the West is down, and side. It don't matter to me. We winning it, ain't we?
Hey, 12 fans or 12
is up. It don't matter to me. We winning, ain't we? Y'all won by 1 point. Did we lose? That's what you have to ask yourself.
Thanks.
You know, did we lose? So we're gonna continue to do our little old thing over here at PV with our 12 fans. You know, all 12 of us. I know all 12 of them too.
Hey, you be 12 of us. We gonna still come with a W. Like what you said. What you said, Isaiah? You said 12. If no matter 12 fans or 12,000, we still
it's 12 or 12,000. We gonna be there, and the field gonna do the talking. So you know, we're elated for where we are at this in week 10. A lot of people can't say that. So.
No, definitely. Yeah, it's been a great year. Bethune-Cookman flies by the Golden Lions.
Okay.
We had a final score of 31-14. Bethune-Cookman put on an offensive showcase for 417 total yards, 247 on the ground. Ramsum finished with a 172 rushing touchdowns. Rams had a 62-yard touchdown. So I'm going to be honest with you guys. I did not watch much of any of that game because at that time I was on the hill. But also I didn't have any thoughts about it for the simple fact their season was over with. Or so I thought. Or so I thought. That's a big win for them, not because of the competition that they played, but in what we've learned in the SWAC, or at least my time in the SWAC, you got to beat the teams you're supposed to beat.
Thanks. The key.
If you don't, you can ruin your season. So they handle business. The reason why we're really talking about Bethune-Cookman is this right here. They are also in control of their destiny. They do need one other team to lose. But if they beat Jackson,
they're going to be in the front runners.
They got the tiebreaker. Yeah,
basically, I'm going to say it like this, Kayla. Bethune, Jackson, FAMU, those three, for sure, they basically got to get tiebreakers. They just collecting tiebreakers for real at this point. Because if one beat another but don't beat the other team, then hey, that's going to come into play. And tiebreakers is what's going to get them to that SWAC championship game at this point.
Nah, man. Like I said, I love parity in the league. I love when the league is wide open. I
Oh yeah,
love when
facts.
there are multiple teams that have a stab at the championship, but not only at the championship, but hosting it, man. So being able to see this is a dream come true. You know, I'm like a fat kid with cake right now.
Facts. It don't matter.
I love to see this every game going forward for the top 4 programs on each side, or the top 2 programs on each side of the divisions, are basically fighting to keep their season alive. I just hate that nobody, and we're gonna get into it. Matter of fact, we might as well get into it now. Nobody is really talking about the TSU side of things, to be honest. But we're gonna get into them later. Alcorn outlast Valley. Considering how Valley played Southern, at the time I didn't know Southern was bad. That bad. I thought Valley was going to have a decent season this year. I thought they were going to at least win 4 conference games.
Yeah.
That turns out not to be the case. Alcorn had finished with 377 offensive yards, 227 passing. Valley had 227 yards total with 2 turnovers. Tober finished with 227, 3 touchdowns. Warren had a 70-yard touchdown catch, and Matthews, wow, Lord, had a 73-yard touchdown as well. That's crazy. Or 73 yards and a touchdown. I also did not get to see much of this game, but the implications that it has for the rest of the conference, I hate to say it, didn't mean much. But I am very, very disappointed in Valley. I thought that they're really kind of starting to turn their program around, and this was going to be a year where they get a chance to get 3 or 4 wins. So I'm surprised that the wheels are kind of falling off the bus this early in the season, considering we're at that halfway mark.
Yeah, I mean, I think with Texas Southern, it seems like the little I have seen, it seems like they've figured out some things on offense, and they've cleaned up how they play. And so I think that they're in a good spot, right? I do think that 1 point will come back to haunt them. They're not being ranked in the FCS good, so FCS playoffs is probably out of the question. And quite frankly, that head-to-head, that 1 point victory earlier in the season with us, I think that's going to ultimately haunt Dishman, but he shouldn't have been talking ish.
Oh yeah. I
don't feel bad for him. Let me be very clear, but I do think that, and we'll get into our picks, but I think it will be interesting to see how they match up with Alcorn, because Alcorn is not a bad team.
Yeah.
I think they have played bad. I can't fully say that they're a bad team because they do have talent, right? It could be some coaching things that could be done.
Yeah, gotta be some of the back
side of the ball.
Some behind closed doors.
You said it again?
I said some behind closed doors, like something that we can't see.
I mean, that I think resources. I think there's a number of things that play out, play itself out or factors into the games played. But all in all, I think it's going to be a better game than TSU is expecting. And if Alcorn can hang around, I think they may pull it on off, and that'll help us because then we'll be, if we do what we need to do this weekend, we'll be clinching the West in Huntsville. So, which is next week. So,
no, definitely. And so the funny thing about TSU is their schedule is literally the exact same as ours. And so they just had the leisure of playing Pine Bluff extremely early. And if I'm correct, I can't remember. They played somebody else extremely early as well, way earlier than we did. So all they really have is, if I'm correct, they're A&M and Bama State.
Bama State next week.
We get our first go around this week. So it's very, very interesting. If we lose to Bama State, but they beat Bama State, we still have the tiebreaker, but it's still, we still got to win out. I feel like both divisions is really, really tight right now. Even though we are 4-0, we can't take our foot off the gas.
Nah, not at all. But I just feel like the West is way wide. No, the East is way wide open than what it is. Like it's like I said earlier in our series, it switched basically. Like you know how the few years back it was always either JSU or FAMU at the top two.
Mm-hmm.
Now it just swapped. Now it's TSU, PV, and over there it's 4 different teams. And like Lionel said, I remember he was saying, whoever win the Labor Day Classic, that's who's gonna come out the West.
Hey, he is a fortune teller when it comes to those things.
Yeah, he said that. I remember that, and yeah, he definitely right.
The Rattlers get over the Jags. FAMU wins 43-35. I did not know both these teams would have this type of offensive outburst, but that just shows you what kind of defense was played this day.
Yeah.
Haley had 157 for 3 touchdowns. Goldie Lawrence, 95 yards and a touchdown. This was also a game that I also unfortunately missed due to setting my homecoming out. I'm having a hard time understanding what went wrong with Southern Jags football this year.
Right.
This is more than just coaching. This is more than just Graves.
Yeah.
This is more than Mark Frederick. This is more than Roman Banks at this point.
Like it's all over.
This is football malpractice. I have never seen a team go from 7-1 in the conference to potentially going 0-7.
Right.
This or 0-8. 0-8, really?
Yeah, they already living.
Beat Valley, but
they beat Valley, but they didn't count the conference. They wasn't conference game. They didn't count.
It wasn't. Oh, was it?
No, that wasn't a conference game.
No, they didn't count that.
I can't help. I tried to give him a little help. Yeah, I can't help.
I remember that. That was like
the
second game of the season. That was the second game.
It's 2 teams that's 0-4 right now. Sutton and Alcorn.
Well, Alcorn they beat.
Well, they just got to win. I apologize. My bad, big bad. I don't want to disrespect y'all. Southern is the only 0-4 team in the SWAC right now.
Yeah.
And they the reason why we getting called weak. Because everybody keeps marching over to Mumford and hitting y'all on top of the head every single time they get the ball, dropping 50, 40, 39. They scoring so many points on y'all, they think my team is sorry.
Right. It's like they home field is just walking your trap, take over your trap.
I don't understand. They never had that energy for us. We everybody Super Bowl. I hate to sound like Mickey Joseph, but they never let us get 50.
Mm-mm.
But let Bama State march up in there. They're gonna give them 30 in the first quarter.
Valley is 0-4 too. Yes. Yeah, Valley is 0.
Here we go here, man. And last of the recaps before we get to our main event. Hornets swarmed the Bulldogs out of Birmingham. Alabama State wins 56-13. The Andrew Bidey Hornets had 616 yards of offense, 300 apiece rushing and passing. Alabama A&M gave up in the first quarter, only had 143 yards total. The bus was hot by the third quarter. Andrew Bidey does it again. 304 yards, 5 touchdowns, 66 rushing yards, and their leading wide receiver Jones, who had 156 yards and a touchdown. What's going on with the SWAC East, man? We got to talk about it.
Yeah, I told you.
We got to talk about defense on the SWAC East, man.
Oh yeah, defense over there is bad, and it's like be honest, the West, that's where that defense is at, bro. Like, to keep it 100, if you compare the West, how many points they allow versus the East, the West is gonna have the East by a lot if you keep it 100. Like I see certain teams like Bama State, they score a lot of points on people, but it's like they also giving up a lot of points as far as like also like because like shoot us, we only gave up 20 points one time. 20 points one time. That was the Texas Southern. Yep. Versus the other teams, like y'all just having shootouts and stuff and playing recess over there. Like that's what they basically doing. They playing recess, bro. Like touchdown. It's like who can throw the most touchdowns over there, or who can run the ball, run the most touchdowns in. Like that's basically what they having over there.
Yeah, I think that I got a chance to watch that game earlier today, the replay, and I think that Alabama State definitely balled out. So credit to them for that. They put up some really impressive points in that, especially in the first half. To be up 49 to I think it was 49-6 or something like that.
Yeah.
First half is crazy. I think the other thing though is that game got out of hand really quickly because just as equally as Alabama State is that good on the offensive side of the bad, Alabama A&M is that bad on the defensive side of the ball.
Yes.
And it really it looks like an indictment on Sam Shea because at what point in time you can't. To me, I would be pissed if I was an Alabama A&M fan because you can't come in. I'm a Nick Saban disciple. I'm a, I played on the national championship team in Alabama. I'm a defensive guy. That is my calling card, right? And your play calling on defense or your positioning is not only bad, it's terrible.
Mm-hmm.
I think that's an indictment on the coaching. And, it's his first year, and I understand that. But I think as an A&M fan, you kind of look at it, and I'm going to tell the truth. Yeah, they wanted our coach, right? Yep. So for them to look at the success that we're having and then compare it to what they have going on, I think they're asking themselves some questions like, man, this is not looking like we thought it would. So, they got to get that corrected and show improvement to regress like this throughout the season. Whereas earlier in the season, we were saying, oh, Alabama State looks like they're going to be legit and put up a really good fight. It's definitely cause for concern. And also I understand not having Quad Brown and they expected to have Mekhi Hagans and he didn't get the grades or whatever else. But even still, it's next man up. And so we'll see. But I think that it was a combination of things for the Bama State and the Magic City Classic this week. I think it was equally Bama State being, an offensive powerhouse at this point in time. And Alabama A&M they don't have it on defense, or they don't have it all the way together on offense without Quad Brown, and they for sure don't have it on defense. So,
no, definitely that was great analysis, brother. Because I have nothing but slander for them doggone Bulldogs, and I hate that it happened the week before they play us. Because now we are at 10 point. We're a 10-point underdog at our own house now because of these shenanigans that went on. Then the most famous, so there's the two most famous things in the SWAC right now. One, Andrew Biden. Two, the Beta Zeta nukes. I need reinforcements. Where is Zeta Beta, man? Where is ZB? I need y'all. Where's PVA? I need y'all. Don't you let them nukes come up here and fill up our stadium, feeling themselves and shimmying and all that. And we know y'all don't do that. Don't allow them to come in here and do that, y'all, because all that strolling that they had going on at the game, I'm letting y'all know we not allowing it. My team hit harder than that. My team cover better than that.
Facts. After the game, pack the bags up. Get the equipment, get to the bus, and go back to the IAH airport, bro.
Like I said earlier, the SWAC says we trash. We shouldn't be where we are. We shouldn't be, we're overinflated. We haven't played anybody, and we'll take that. I'll take that, right? That's fine. But I will say to Bama State, if you come up to this hill, be prepared for a fight. I can't promise you anything else other than we're gonna fight you because we have never prior to this position been in a position to host the SWAC championship. We trying to do that. I mean, there's no secret, right? We're going to fight. So, what did Coach Jack say when he was interviewing when he first got hired? He said, "There's no secret. We're coming."
He said, when you step on that
gotta
grass,
get there. Okay, we're coming. So
when you step on that grass,
see you on the hill. Get there early.
When you step on that grass, we're gonna get on them. We're gonna get on them.
If y'all see some people in some war paint and don't, that's just the 12. Don't mind us, right? We coming for a fight. So that's all I got.
Come on, man. Prime time. This is what we live for. This is why you cheer for your team every Saturday. This why you got your hair cut this Wednesday.
Yeah.
This why you called the babysitter. This why you ordered that extra bottle of Douce. That's why you got the box of Cuban cigars freshly imported right out of Hobby Airport, man. Home field advantage is on the line for both teams here. Both teams need it. Both teams want it. It's gonna come down. I hate to say it. I want to say it with a straight face. This game gonna come down to coaching. It's not gonna come down to Andrew Body. It's not gonna come down to any of that. And I'm speaking to the Hornets right now. My Panthers already know. Thank you, Sid.
I appreciate it.
If Bama State thinks that they're gonna come in here and give the Panthers of all teams 50 points, 40 points, don't hold your breath. Don't even come to the stadium. Y'all lucky if y'all get in the end zone 3 times. We have y'all figured out. We have y'all contained. And I got 2 linebackers, and I'm going to name them. Number 3,
my boy,
Sterling Roberts. Number 7, Kennedy Parker.
Kennedy Parker, going to come at him. We're going to get on him.
And if Andrew Body really acting up, we got a Trevor Randall.
Oh, yeah.
Those are 3 names that you don't want to see on the same field as your quarterback. And I'm predicting right now, Andrew Body is giving my train to go TTG DB unit 2 interceptions. And one of them going to the house. And it's time for Prairie View to show everybody. Not only is the West not weak, the only week when we play them, but we're going to pack out the stadium and we're going to host. So get ready to have the 12th fan coach hosting their first SWAC championship.
Hey, they're just like LeBron in the East in basketball. They said the East was weak, but he made it look weak.
Well, this may not mean a whole lot to a lot of people, but it means something to me, and it's just data points, right? The Mighty Panthers at 9-1 in the last 10 meetings with Alabama State. And even more, 2 years ago when they came to the Hill, we had to beat them in order to clinch the West to go to the championship.
Yeah.
It's funny how that keep happening, ain't it?
Yeah.
And so, we'll see. I mean, I remember a time they came, they brought their band on homecoming. We put 66 on them. Yep. So I'm not saying we're going to do that this weekend, but what I am saying is that history hasn't shown that they fare well on the Hill, and I expect no different come Saturday.
True.
Janaris, how you feeling, man? You look nervous?
No, I don't look nervous at all. I'm just here chilling, bro. But hey, I'm feeling, bro. Yeah, our team definitely gonna be ready. Coming there, these people just talking and chit chatting. It's mostly people that not even at Bama State that I'm seeing. It's not even the Bama State fans for real that I see. Like I see like a few bad apples, but it's mostly JSU fans. Like I said before, they just be co-signing. It's like Tom Brady and the Patriots all over again. They just like how when the Patriots lose the Super Bowl or get kicked out the playoffs, everybody and their daddy happy. That's they waiting for our downfall. That's all. Somebody was telling me, "Oh man, y'all just think y'all better than what we are. Y'all just watch the box score and think y'all know what y'all talking about." That's all I say.
Let me see. We got a question from Mr. Darius. Let me see. The JSU quarterback out for the year. So from the reports that I've been seeing, Jacoby Morgan is out for the year. Not that he has a injury that's so bad. He has a broken foot. It was a non-contact broken foot injury. So I'm not exactly sure how exactly it went down. When I rewatched the game, I couldn't exactly understand what happened. He might have just stepped on
it. Yeah, he had bumped into him or something like that.
Yeah, it was something. It was a really weird injury.
Yeah,
so he's going to be out for the year, and they should be starting Lockhart. Should be JSU's quarterback going forward. If I'm correct, he's a true freshman, and he was able to score 2 touchdowns in the fourth quarter versus Grambling. towards the end and gave them the lead. So to a certain extent, the future is bright. But that Bethune-Cookman game is gonna be a rough one.
Yeah,
They're gonna have to get 35 points to beat Bethune-Cookman, I believe, because
Bethune can score for sure.
man, but
Them dudes can score.
yeah.
And then I think the back part of what he asked was that they host the SWAC championship gets $1 million. So the $1 million number is really a marketing ploy. I mean, I think reality it could be a little bit over, a little bit less. Ultimately, it's you're trying to push for it. It'll most likely be a sellout if we host the SWAC championship. We'll make dollars off concessions, off of vendor partners, so food trucks that we bring in, and then also ultimately parking because of the influx of people. And it'll be a great environment. So that's where if you break down what the numbers could be, it could work out to be, like I said, it could be actually more than $1 million to the program. That's where that comes from.
Okay. Yes, sir. But I can already kind of get the feeling that a lot of our fans and alum are really buying into this game. I'm seeing T-Jack trending already. And it's so funny to see, right? Because half the SWAC fans, every time T-Jack does something, they're like, man, that's a great culture. I wish that were my culture. Man, we got to support the Panthers. We getting support from Sam Houston, UTRGV. It's like other teams are starting to be like, you know what? We not in the SWAC, but we're feeling y'all. But then there's somebody out of Madison County down there with a 601 area code. There go Big Juan. There he go again, talking all that trash. He's not. How dare he say this about his defense and not talk about Jackson? When we told y'all we had no one defense, y'all laughed at us. Then when Grambling showed y'all didn't have the number one defense, y'all cried.
Right.
Well, so can I ask y'all this? Because Great Star, his comment, can you leave his comment up?
This one right here?
Yeah, it says if T-Jack win, schools will definitely try to steal him. I think they already are. They already are. There's no secret.
No,
if you're talking about interconference or another HBCU, I feel extremely confident in saying that ain't the case. Namely because it's not even just paying him. You have to have the infrastructure to pay his staff, and a lot of people may not realize it, but all in all, I think the numbers like something like 50 people are in totality is what goes into running our program. So there's a lot of people on the web that's not on the website that are behind the scenes helping the program in some form or fashion. So if you can't deliver upon that, that you're not stealing them, right? I think I'm more than thing, but like I said, that's all I'm gonna say on that. I think that what do you guys think? That's my opinion, right? What do you guys think would be the case if another SWAC school, MEAC school, or FBS school came calling? What does that look like?
As a PV graduate, I graduated in agriculture business, right? Shout out Dr. Parks, man. That ain't got nothing to do with psychology, but let me tell you, that is coping. That is desperation. Y'all praying to the good Lord that T-Jack don't have to bother y'all anymore. And when you open up your Twitter or your Instagram, you don't see our coach promoting our game, promoting all these offers that are flying out randomly. We the only team that offer 500 guys. Who does that? We're the only team who offer 500 guys on a bye week, then celebrate homecoming, then prepped and ready for Alabama State. I know exactly what this is. They're trying to get out as much propaganda as they possibly can and just hope and pray to God that he can land at UAB and be out of everybody's hair. But I'm here to tell y'all, TSU learned the hard way. Alcorn learned the hard way.
Southern definitely.
Southern learned the hard way. He ain't going nowhere. And he here to stay. Until he get 2 Celebration Bowl, he said he not leaving until this is a premier FCS program. And
Right.
he been a man of his word the whole time. At the beginning of the year, y'all said he was talking trash.
Right.
He ain't told a lie yet.
Carlos, you don't need to go to that TSU game.
Yeah. Yeah, you know what game you need to
you know, it's really just gonna be you and the concession workers anyway. So I think go ahead and just go to the PV game. Right? I mean, you know, that makes a lot more logical sense if you're asking me. Again, I'm a PV supporter, so you know, I understand you want to support your school, but yeah, you know, people call us 12 fans, and we know we're running with it, but y'all the real 12 fans. You know, let's be real. But yeah, no, this weekend is gonna be fun. This weekend is gonna be fun, for sure. So
definitely. I guess we'll roll right into the pick'em, guys. Real simple. Honestly, it's a boring week. I hate to say it. It's only really 2 games really worth watching. But we'll just go down in order, guys. Valley versus Bethune. Everybody unanimous decision with Bethune-Cookman. I believe my guy Grant said at the bottom in the chat earlier, man, Valley is just not who I thought they were going to be. The way that they played Southern, you know, that should have been a sign there that Southern is a lot worse than what we thought they were going to be. But I just haven't seen the same explosiveness on their offense since week 2 or 3 when they played them. I feel like the players have given up on the coaching staff, and I feel like they are no longer that team that is scrappy and fights towards the end of the season to at least get a few wins.
Yeah, true. I even said we already talked about this, Kayla, like back in beginning of the season after that game. The question was, did Valley get better or Southern got worse? And from the looks of it, Southern got worse.
Man, then we got Southern versus Pine Bluff. Zay, I gotta look at you when I ask you this question here. What's going on with that, man?
You know, I'm a big believer in the Lions. You know, I've seen some things on the tape, and they're gonna hang 100 on them. No, I think that, and with all my picks, you know, I think that I'm just choosing violence, to be honest. You know, I don't want, you know, I don't want pleasure. I want problems. And so I'm going against the grain on pretty much most of my picks, and you know, if it sticks, it sticks. You know, make me look like a genius. And if not, well, you know, it don't matter anyway because PV going to the championship. So
yeah,
that's true.
You know, I'm in a win-win position. So,
and if your pick win, bro, I'm not picking Southern no more the rest of the season.
I don't know why y'all still picking them people anyway.
Hey, this is my
I don't know.
This is my first time picking them and picking them ever, though. This is the first time ever.
There's no way. There's just no way they lose to Pine Bluff, right?
Pine Bluff looking stagnant, bro. I ain't gonna lie. I was like, I don't know. That's the only game I give them. I sound like a hater if I pick Pine Bluff. I ain't gonna hold.
I don't know if you sound like a hater. I really don't know, man. I think Southern has gave up like 30 points to everybody. Like said, man. Hey, they're dead. They're dead in the water, man. Now this Alcorn versus TSU game. If you would have talked about this game 2-3 years ago, man, this would be something to watch. I think TSU blows them out. I'm gonna be honest. I see TSU giving them 35. Just for the simple fact, Alcorn is also a team that is winding down, not winding up. I see the same for Alabama A&M. They just don't have it. They don't seem to be a team that's still fighting at this time. I got Grambling by 21. Lionel, you surprised me, man. You picked the Bulldogs. After that Magic City Classic, I'm surprised you got faith in them. And then Zay, the real soldier. You know what? You might be the one making the pick that I may have not had the strength to pick. FAMU upsetting Jackson in Bragg.
I don't know why. You know, I've told people this. Maybe I don't think I've ever said it on here. The toughest stadium to play in the conference is in Tallahassee, man.
You think so?
I know so. when we went, sorry, I'm hungry, y'all. We
No,
talking
you good, man. You
about
good.
teams that got
You good.
swag losses. Why am I even trying to? I need to get
Yeah,
comfortable.
hey, because I
Because we
couldn't
don't have that.
imagine.
So
Imagine
I
having a
know what
loss.
that's like. So I'm just eat this carrot. I'm trying
Imagine
to
losing to a team in the West, man. Sheesh.
But yeah, no. I think that when we went to the championship in 23, going to Bragg, that place is set up for them to win. And I'm gonna be real here. That environment, I do not like going there. It's terrible to get to Tallahassee. It's a long way to travel, especially if you're coming from Texas. Everything about getting there just bothered me. And then being there bothered me. And then leaving there bothered me. So, toughest place to play. I'm expecting a sellout crowd. I think there's some life in FAMU now. And, we've seen last week, seriously, when you give a team some life, no matter how bad they actually may be, they will play better. They can play better than what they may be because they're getting up to that opponent. Like I said earlier, Jackson and talking enough smack to where you would think they invented this conference.
Right.
People want to get them while they down.
Yep.
Right? Or if they smell blood in the water, they're gonna attack. So I think that there's blood in the water, and either they win or they lose. But I think the Rattlers are gonna strike and strike and strike again, and Cozy is fighting to keep his job. Teddy Bridgewater sending out shots about wanting to take his job, and we want Billy Roll, and we want Quinn Gray, and we want all these other people. And so he's won 2 games in a row. I don't see why he can't win 3, especially at the crib.
Yep.
I just think that's the case. And so, and it doesn't set it, if Jacoby and Morgan wasn't hurt, I would pick JSU. But I think that is a big, big, big factor here because now they're having to do a new game plan with the true freshman that they're playing at quarterback.
Yep.
Yeah, he ain't no pocket.
Is he going to learn on the fly in a week? I think not. So I just feel like, I know JSU does have a good defense. They have some good players. They're a good team, and nobody's taking that away from them.
Nah.
But yeah, I think they've never played. Well, I'm sorry, not never. They haven't played in Bragg since 2017. Unless
2018.
It's been a while. So I'm telling you, man, that game is gonna be better than what people think. And I got FAMU winning. And it'd be probably one of the very few times I pick FAMU because I don't really like them that much either. But I like Uncle Steve. So
I respect it.
And that's why. Well, first and foremost, I agree with you 100%. FAMU does have one of the best home field advantage I've ever experienced, just for the simple fact that they literally put their season ticket holders, which in my opinion are the best hecklers, right behind the visiting bench. So they did design their stadium well, and then they also put the Marching 100 to the left of said season ticket holders. So they do a really good job of getting that stadium. To say it only holds 17,000, they do a really good job of making it a really, really hard place to come in and win. I just don't know how to feel, man. Jackson State Tigers are some of the best propagandists in the SWAC. So they can sometimes trick you, right? I watched the game. I watched how the freshman played. He didn't play lights out. He didn't play perfect. He didn't play amazing. It's not like I watched Tua sub in for Jalen Hurts in the national championship. It was nothing like that. He still lost. So do I see them competing? Sure. But FAMU has no defense. And Jackson don't really have a defense. So I can see this being a 33-33 game at some point in time, a 35-33 game, if FAMU is ready to play. But I think it's going to be very, very hard for them to get ready to play Lockhart because I think he's going to be running the ball a lot, just scrambling everywhere. But I do think it's a good game nonetheless because everybody thinks that Jackson State has new life with everyone having with everyone in the East having one loss. So everybody has new life now. And it's a real fight right now. So anything can happen. I had a tweet yesterday that a lot of people are slowly starting to understand. every game in the SWAC is kind of a rivalry. It's so historic, and we've been playing each other for so long, and we're also a part of this one big community with each other, and everybody got bad blood for everybody. I was telling one of my friends the other day, PV has like 4 rivals. Now, whether the other teams feel that way, they may not, but I can honestly sit up here and say at least 3 of them are Texas Southern, Southern, and Grambling. Recently, it's been Alcorn. So that's why I say we have 4 rivals. And so to think that JSU doesn't have 4 rivals, or Grambling doesn't have 4 rivals, or FAMU doesn't have 4 rivals in the SWAC with all the history and competition that we've had, every game matters in this conference. And people are going to start disrespecting it, saying the East is weak, the West is weak, the East is amazing, and we need to remove divisions. The day we remove divisions, that is the day parity will end in this conference. Because PV gonna win everything.
Yeah, it's gonna cost more money.
That's my last warning. Do it right now when we got TJ. Do it right now. I would love to have Bethune Cookman. I would love to play every team on the East, plus Alcorn and Southern. Because that's what people's schedule's finna look like.
Well, all I know is, like I said, the SWAC said we trash. I'm gonna roll with it. We not that good. We ain't playing nobody. We just hope to have a competitive game come Saturday. That's all I'm gonna say.
That's all I'm gonna say. And that's just what I'm looking for. Can I get score predictions from you guys? Score prediction. Player of the game on offense. Player of the game on defense.
I'm choosing violence for this one. I'm going 35-17.
Oh man, okay. Offense, OPOY or OPOG.
Okay, bet. Offense, I got Rockwell. Well, either I'll say between Rockwell or Bingham. And defense, for sure, I'm going with my boy Trevor Randall. Nah, Kennedy Parker, my bad. Kennedy Parker.
Got you. What about you, Zach?
I'm going 24-17.
Okay.
I think it'll be a lot tougher out than Bama State is expecting. And, we're not going to put up 60 points. Our team is not built for that, not typically. But we're going to be in the ball game. And we've done a really good job of controlling the ball game from beginning to end. I don't expect that to change. And so we're going to be smart with time of possession. We're going to be smart with, how we position the ball. And, I'm expecting a closer game. So
definitely. I spoke with the genie this morning. The score is going to be exactly 27-17 Panthers. OPOY Cam Peters, 3 touchdowns, 300 yards. OPOG. DPOG. Trevor Randall, 12 tackles, 2 picks, 1 for 6. And I'm gonna go one at a time because I seen a disturbing comment. But Mr. Darius, I already know how it's gonna work. If you a season ticket holder, it's just scheduled programming for us. We walking in, we walking out. We just show our little badge. We keep going. Now I do ask that per review when we do get this championship. I need all those away. I need all those away tickets to be $50 and up, man. We need to be making some money. Every butt need to cost $50 in those stands on the other side.
I'd say to Mr. Darius's question, what I would hope would happen is that season ticket holders get first preference on seats because we would have to. It's not a part of our season ticket package, so I'm expecting to possibly have to come out of pocket and buy my seat for the game, right? Which makes economic sense now. Whether they do it that way or not, I don't know. And keep in mind, this is not a PV hosted game. This is a SWAC conference game. So you start looking at ticket allotments for whoever our opponent is coming in. you know, and you know, all that stuff. So who knows? Right now, that's still up in the air, but I think all in all, those of us who are faithful to the Panthers, we're gonna be there regardless. We're gonna be somewhere in the stadium on the sideline, etc. And you know, I just want to be in the place, you know, to see it all happen. So that right now.
Now, no, Joe, you could have Googled this yourself, buddy, but I'm gonna tell you, we already beat TSU, the team that y'all said was gonna win the West. We already beat Gremlin,
team y'all could beat,
the team that spanked y'all and ended y'all quarterback season, po babies. So remind me how many winning teams Jackson has played. How many good teams have y'all beat? Y'all only play one decent team, and y'all won because they called the worst play ever created on the 2-yard line. But other than beating Bama State, y'all have more losses in the West than we do.
Y'all ain't in the West.
Playing teams with a winning record, that's not y'all line. JSU, that's not y'all line. We're not Hampton. We not Tuskegee, dude. I just don't get it. You talking about deflecting? Let's talk about JSU. When's the last time y'all beat Grambling? What is y'all all-time record versus Grambling?
It's prime time, bro.
I don't even think he's JSU. I guess, you know, Joe, you with Bama State?
Bama State ain't played nobody, and y'all lost to Sorry Jackson. Don't tell me you BZ too, because if you BZ too, I got something for you too.
You know, Joe, who's your team, my friend? Who's your team? Let's see what he say.
Don't hide.
Oh, he grumbling. I ain't even gonna be for. Oh no, is he grumbling?
Like you're just a swag fan. Okay, so you're a general supporter, and then hey, you know, Prairie View.
So then, all right, so we can really break it down. So let's really break it down.
Number 13. Hold on.
So let's really break it down, Joe. If we're talking like all swag, like let's take the top 2 teams on the West. Let's take the top 2 teams on the East. And if we go through their schedule, our schedules are literally exactly the same. JSU ain't played nobody spectacular out the SWAC. Bama State ain't played nobody great out the SWAC because they ain't play us. If you didn't play JSU, PV, TSU, or Bama State, technically nobody played nobody.
Right.
That just is what it is. Bama State offense is crazy. Only two. Bethune-Cookman, Sutton, FAMU, Alcorn, teams with zero defense. I ain't seen one offense be crazy against my Panthers. And I'm going to tell y'all right now, because y'all didn't do y'all Google, so I'm going to help y'all out. When y'all get the time, go on YouTube, type in UTRGV versus Incarnate Word highlights. That is the best offense that we've played all year. At UTRGV, their quarterback is a transfer from Rice, and he lights it up for 400 every game. He just had 6 touchdowns, just got FCS Player of the Week last week. That's the best offense we played, and we only led up 27 to them. And we lost 27-20. We're really, and we ended up taking the lead. We really blew the game.
Yeah, 27-21.
So don't talk about good offenses to me when y'all are giving the Alabama State offense. All they really do is say hut, let Andrew Body roll around. All they do is max protect, roll out the pocket. Andrew Body either scrambles or drops it to a drag route. I'm letting y'all know right now. My coach are not going for that. And I already know the conversation he's having. When Andrew Body leaves the pocket, Elijah Sparks, you better be there before God knows it.
So I'll say this, you know, with UTRGV, you know, a lot of people, you know, you got to go back and look at the game. SWAC TV is there for a reason. If you look at that game, we spotted Rio Grande Valley 17 punts in the first quarter. Right?
Yep.
Now, if you really look at it, right, they had 20 going into the half. Now watch this. They didn't score again until the very end, the last 3 minutes of the ball game. We virtually shut them out on defense in the second half. People are talking about our defense, and it's different. And a lot of people have been saying, you know, Alabama State's offense something that y'all have not seen. Correct. We've seen better.
Facts.
We've seen better. And even
Facts.
more, what people are not saying is Alabama State has not seen a defense like the defense we run.
Exactly.
Yep.
Do y'all know? I mean, I know Southern's bad, but let's be real. Do y'all know how hard it is to hold a team to just 3 points in a ball game when you can be in field goal range and just kick field goals and score more than 3 points?
Joe, you and I both know almost don't count, brother. We play football.
First of all,
and that's a rivalry for us. You can't look at all rivalry. You can't look at rivalry games just off the box score.
You can say we almost lost Alcorn, but Alabama State almost beat Jackson. Did they win or did they lose? And even more, right? It's about wins, getting the wins you need, regardless of how it looks. I think in the swag, we are so caught up in points and flash that we forget substance. That's why the MEAC be beating our heads in. I didn't mean to say that out loud, did I?
Come on.
We're so focused on how it looks versus getting the win.
Come on.
I mean, let's be real. If you want to talk about fumble of the century, twice, Jackson had prime.
Yep.
They had prime. They had resources. They had everything in their court, and they couldn't beat South Carolina State and North Carolina Central. They had the recruits. They had the number 1 recruit in the country and still couldn't beat some MEAC teams. So the games have to be played, right? Y'all too busy listening and parroting nonsense and not actually watching the games.
Right, listen, all scrimmage.
Once again, I'm gonna get back to what I was saying. We trash. We not that good. Our defense not like that. We're faulty. We haven't played nobody. Okay, come Saturday, we're gonna show you what the best we got. That's all I can say.
Right, and then I'll answer this last question because you got to be like some type of agent. I know you got a cousin from Jackson, Mississippi or something. So I'm gonna let you slide. I'm gonna ask this one question. Hypothetically speaking, if we were to lose to Alabama State, what's gonna happen? We ain't gonna make no excuse. It ain't like we don't get clowned on every day anyway. We breathe too loud, somebody gonna talk about Prairie View. So this is nothing to us. May I remind you, this game has more pressure on Bama State than it does for Prairie View. We chilling. We in the driver's seat. We at home chilling. We gonna spank Bama State and ruin their season, end it right here in Houston, Texas, where all dreams go to die. But that's Bama State who all of a sudden woke up one night and said, oh my God, we got our season back. We get a chance to play football again. We might have a title, just to have their dream crushed again in Houston, Texas, like Andrew Body's used to. Because Andrew Body's used to having his season in at the Labor Day Classic.
Yep.
Hey man, it should be fun Saturday. It should be fun, and you know the game still got to be played. So you know we'll see what happens.
Definitely, guys. Well, I want to thank everybody for joining us tonight. Thank y'all for taking some time talking trash with us. Shout out Joe. Shout out Will Wallace. I seen he came in here. GHM. Boom. Said. Everybody that came, Elvin, everybody that came support us tonight, man. If I'm missing you guys, Gray Scar, I know you've been pulling up every Wednesday, man. Thank you guys for supporting us, man. And hey, I'm here for all the banter. I'm here for all the going back and forth. As soon as 2 o'clock, as soon as 2 o'clock hit, man.
Go Panthers.
Go Panthers. I need all the section 107 filled up. To the row behind me, I will be standing up the entire time. I will be yelling the entire time. So just be ready to bear with me. Hey, rain, sleet, or snow, The Panthers gonna go, man. Talk about the quarter. I gotta get that tattooed on me somewhere, man.
Go Panthers. That's all I
Go
got.
Panthers.
Go Panthers.
All right, y'all.